Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Mind Split Cafe. And today we have just Matt and myself, and
What's
we're
up,
going to be
guys?
discussing the different stressors and how we alleviated them through our own careers or in our own careers. We also are going to be having a giveaway, and we're going to be discussing some of the things that we're going to be doing in the future with our new partner and other clinicians.
Yeah, we're excited to talk about that new partnership here in the next couple of minutes. Um, I know, I know it's gonna be a great collaboration. I'm excited to be a part of it. They are one of the premier gold standards, and it's in healthcare and mental wellness, mental health,
Absolutely.
and it's really exciting times. Who would ever thought that this little idea of starting a podcast centered around mental health and mental wellness would lead to such engagement and such opportunity for a collaboration between us. I mean, it was your brainchild, Chris, but between us and you know
The gold
this gold
standard.
standard, yeah, it's
Absolutely.
unreal. It's exciting times.
Yeah, it blows my mind still to see the amount of engagement we've have for being so new. So
Oh yeah.
thank you for you guys listening and engaging. This is just it blows my mind, like Matt said, that we've come this far in such a short amount of time, and what we're evolving into as well. So stick along for the ride. We appreciate it.
Yeah, and stick around for the whole episode, and we're gonna have a giveaway for a backpack, or a couple
From the
backpacks
shack.
from the shack. And if when we give away, when we give the details of the giveaway, all you got to do is like subscribe to the podcast, and then message us directly. Um, and we'll send you out one of those gifts. So we'll announce how to win those backpacks from the shack here shortly. But this episode, it kind of falls in the middle of the season, Chris, and you and I had been talking about it a little bit. We wanted to kind of do something different, and instead of bringing on a guest, we wanted to kind of talk about the personal stresses that you and I deal with on a daily basis. One, myself, speaking for myself, dealing with, hey, making sure that the podcast episodes are, being put out consistently and in a professional manner. Then on top of that, running a marketing and PR, firm. Um, and then even the stresses that I had as a collegiate athlete playing at Pan Am, which is now
Yeah.
UTRGV. Um, I mean, it's as you get older, it's kind of like you identify that, hey, this is stress, or this is an
Yeah, at the
anxiety
time
attack.
you're not really sure that it's stress or an
Yeah.
anxiety, and yeah,
When
it's
you were
crazy.
19, 20, it was just like you kind of dismiss it as being worried, like,
Or
oh, well,
frustration or something. You just
yeah.
kinda it's something else. It's nothing,
And now,
diagnosable. Yeah.
yeah. And now it's totally different, and I'm sure going back to your career as a, financial advisor and wealth management specialist,
Oh,
dealing
man.
with dealing with people's livelihood, or retirements, or and you were dealing with some big money, right? And so
Yeah, yeah, man.
that's
I
got to
had
come with some stress.
I had an amount of money that I had to stay in between as far as who I could work with, from X dollar amount to this dollar amount, and it was typically a fairly large dollar amount. But yeah, that was one of the most stressful things that I've ever had to do or even worked is being a wealth management banker. They just, you got to work within certain hours of the stock market, obviously, and you have to be paying attention to certain things. Once it moves, you got your clients calling you, you're dealing with big amounts of money. They're
Yeah.
always hounding you about losing it or making it. It's just, I mean, there's stress after stress with that.
Yeah, I'm sure. I have a hard enough time dealing with what I deal with on a day-to-day basis, and I'm not dealing with retirement funds and,
Yeah,
401ks, right? So,
needless to say, I'm not there anymore. I don't do that. That was too much for me. I couldn't do it anymore. I did it for 12, 10 years, about 10 years.
wow. Wow. So um let's make this announcement. I mean, like we kind of teased in the beginning. Let's talk about who is trusting us with their brand. I mean, that's
Yeah.
essentially what they're doing. So, It's your brainchild. Why don't you go ahead and make the announcement?
Yeah, all right. So we are going to be partnering up with or teaming up with Doctors Hospital Renaissance in Edinburgh, Texas.
Shout out to DHR Health. This is amazing. They are the
Yes.
gold standard in mental health and in health down in the Rio Grande Valley. So
Oh, absolutely. You see that logo, it's just like Nike. You see that logo on a sign, you know it's Doctors Hospital Renaissance.
especially down in the Rio Grande Valley, of
Oh,
course. Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah,
Well, that's
so just to feed a little bit more on that, we're going to be partnering up with Doctors Hospital Renaissance. They're going to be giving some of their providers and clinicians to come on the show, discuss things with us, pick topics. We're also going to be doing a new episode once a month. Not a new episode, I'm sorry, a different style of episode once a month. Is going to be called the Roundtable. We're going to have two clinicians discuss a topic and talk about their different viewpoints and the way they handle things and go from there.
that's
What do you think about
fantastic.
that, Matt? I know we've been talking about that for a while. How do you think that's going to play out?
I'm super excited about the roundtable. I mean, you know, obviously clinicians have they might have opposing views. They might see the same type of they might see a topic in the same light. We don't know. But I think, you know, just having one guest per episode it can be enlightening, right? They can really highlight their area of expertise. But once a month, like you mentioned, having two clinicians that might see, you
Have
know,
different views.
different views of how to handle the same topic, it's more informative for our audience because now they're really getting to see both kind of sides of the aisle, right? Like
Yep.
if you view the same way as the clinician, then okay, everything's hunky dory. But if now someone interjects a different way to view said topic, it might be an eye-opening experience for you, right? And so that can only be beneficial to you as an audience member, you know? And so that's what's
Absolutely.
really, really exciting, to have this kind of roundtable and just kind of let the guests kind of take the topic. I'm really stoked for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And the way I'd look at it is no fingerprint is going to be the same. My fingerprint's different from yours. And that's how I look at clinicians too. No clinician is going to be the same. Some clinician may use motivational interviewing for a certain diagnosis, another one might use cognitive behavioral therapy. So
Yep.
there's always going to be difference in each clinician. And this allows us to give you two sides or two different ways of approaching a diagnosis and you might resonate with one more than the other. And I think that this is going to be good for us and for the viewers too.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. So, you know, be on the lookout for that. We're going to try and do that once a month, starting here in the next couple of weeks. The roundtable discussions. You might notice some reoccurring cast of characters, so to speak, some clinicians that are kind of dear to our heart that have really brought value, you know, in the early days and trusted us that, you know, to come on the podcast in the early days, which is, you know,
Yeah,
which
just
we're
coming
obviously
into it
thankful.
blind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so you might recognize a couple people, but I'm really stoked about this. It's
yeah,
exciting stuff.
I am too, man. I'm glad that we finally got this side of it off the ground, and I'm excited to see the first episode, or at least to record the first episode.
Yep. So let's give away a backpack, Chris. Come on.
Yeah,
I'm feeling kind of Santa Clausius in you know, in the fall, right? And so
yeah.
we're way away from Christmas, but I feel like giving away a backpack since school's just
You
started.
know,
Like,
I'm feeling a little giving too, so we'll give away two of them. How about that?
okay, let's give away two backpacks. So
All right.
the first way to get a backpack is obviously subscribe and then message us privately and tell
On the
us
Instagram.
on Instagram what is the new hotline. What do you dial? What hotline do you dial for mental health
Or when in crisis.
or when in crisis? There's the, everyone knows 911, but what is the new crisis hotline number? It's 3 digits. I'm not going to give it away, but it's 3 digits.
It's not 911, I can tell you that.
It is not 911, but what is the 3-digit code or the 3-digit hotline for crisis management that has been established, relatively new? I mean, it's a new thing, right?
Yeah, it's relatively new, and it's available in all states. It's the same digits in all states,
Yep.
but yeah, it's relatively new. It used to be like a 1-800 number, but they condensed it down to 3.
They shortened it. So
Yep.
subscribe, and you got to prove it to us that you subscribe. So take a screenshot, messages directly that you subscribed, and give us the 3-digit code. And there are hints within the episodes. If you really, really follow the episodes and you wait all the way till the end,
You giving them clues now.
I'm giving them clues because I want to give away a backpack. I don't want to make it hard for them. I want to give away backpacks. So
you know the Shack supplement is definitely wanting to give away a couple backpacks too.
Oh, yeah.
So make sure you go and like and subscribe to their stuff too.
Oh yeah, of course. And yeah, so go see them. Send us a screenshot that you subscribed and give us the code or the hotline number, and you'll win a backpack. So we're excited.
So now it's my turn to come up with the giveaway. And just while I'm coming up with this giveaway, we're going to have a picture of the backpack flash across the screen so you guys know what it is. It's for working out. It allows you to put your food in there, your supplements, things like that. So we'll have a picture of it coming up so you can see what it looks like.
It'll go right here.
Yes, right there. And then we'll also have our handle as well. So our Instagram handle will be there, and we'll put the Shack's Instagram handle too. So you can go and like their Instagram as well.
Fantastic. Yeah.
So for the second backpack, I am going to dial back a couple episodes and go to the episode where we had a ex FBI most wanted on the show.
Okay.
So go back to that episode, and if you can tell us, and again, same rules, go to the Instagram, show that you've subscribed and liked us, send us a private message and let us know what was his first scam.
Ooh,
what did he do with his first scam?
Yep, that's a great one. That is a great. That is a great one. That's awesome.
That episode was awesome. If you guys haven't seen it, that episode was it was thrilling all the way around.
Yeah. His name is Brett Johnson, and he is a extraordinary, very talented, nonetheless.
Yeah, extremely talented.
Extremely talented. Great guy. But it was fascinating to listen to him tell his stories on and off camera. Like he shared some stuff with us off camera that was, and if you haven't seen it, he's featured in a Netflix series called Netflix Behind Web of Make Believe.
Yes.
Yeah, Web of Make Believe. Yeah, and he's featured in episode 5 and 6. Brett Johnson. So yeah,
he's a phenomenal guy. He's actually an IT consultant now for a lot of major brands. So he's turned his talent
as the government too.
Good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. As well as the government as well.
Yeah, that was a great episode. I implore you guys to go check it out. Win a backpack, win 2 backpacks if you want. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just, I was hoping we had a third backpack. Let's give away another backpack.
Let's do it. What do you want to do? We'll give away 3 backpacks. All right.
Third backpack. Let's do, okay. Go back to the most recent episode with Dr. George and tell us what university and what athletic program does Dr. George consult with and work with on a daily basis. If you can screenshot that you subscribe to this podcast and you can tell us what university he consults with or partners with athletic department, and all you got to do is just type the university in there, you'll get a backpack.
That's
We're giving
awesome.
away
That's a good one.
backpacks today. I've been like
Yeah.
Oprah, like you get a backpack, you get a
You get a
backpack,
backpack. You get a
everybody
backpack.
gets a backpack. Yeah. So
So I think I'm gonna sound a little biased when I say this, but Dr. George's episode was phenomenal as well. I mean, I think all of our episodes are great, but Dr. George's episode is great. I mean, these guys have implemented a new way of getting to see a mental health clinician. And if you haven't seen the episode yet, I go back and watch it. It's great. Just to give you a little teaser, they actually have mental health clinicians set up in a primary care physician's
yep.
office. So it's a direct contact. They get the referral, and the clinician walks in right away. So there's no missing appointments. It's great.
Yeah. And what it's not so much about missing the appointment, it's about making sure that that person that the primary physician deems, you know, not qualified, but deems in need of,
Services, yeah.
of care, of services, then it's immediate. It's like, hey, based on these questions that I've just asked, you seem like you need some sort of kind of like
Talk
more,
therapy or something.
yeah, more specific care. And so then it's like, hey, you know what? We have this for you. And it's not 2 weeks out, it's not 3 weeks out, it's immediate. And so now that person is like, okay, now my primary, that person feels like now my primary is really looking out for me and
Yeah,
really getting me that
absolutely.
specific care that I that he feels I need. I
Yeah,
think that's
I mean,
amazing.
it looks it's good on both sides of the table. I mean, the doctor is doing what he needs to do, helping
Yeah.
out the patient, going above and beyond, and the clinician walks in and does what he needs to do.
Shout out to Dr. George. He's an amazing guy, really, really talented. I could talk to him for hours. I
Oh yeah.
can't wait to see him when I go down to the Rio Grande Valley in October. Speaking of the Rio Grande Valley in October, Chris, why don't you announce what we got going on?
Yeah, at the end of October, we'll be there on October 24th. But we're going to be
Say
doing an
what?
yeah, nah. Actually, you guys need to check out the Saddle Up podcast as well. Matt's got that going on. He's going to be doing something special with Saddle Up at the end of October as well. But yeah, we're going to be in person in the Rio Grande Valley at the end of October. We're going to be doing an in-person episode this time. Normally, we're all in our different areas. Matt's
Yep.
in San Diego. I'm over here on the East Coast. So we're all going to be together in Central Texas doing an in-person episode. It's going to be phenomenal. We're going to be at our new partners, one of the new partners' facilities. So keep an eye
Yep.
out for that one too. That's
Yeah,
going
and
to be
we'll have
awesome.
we'll have more details to come. But yeah, I'm excited to have that live event with DHR. I know shout out to Veronica over there at DHR. She's really kind of spearheaded this collaboration with us. And I'm excited to be there and help facilitate kind of her vision, right? And like she's trusting us with the brand, and she's all for it. Whatever we need, whatever ideas we have, they're like, how can we help? How can we help get this off the, off the ground, so to speak?
Yeah, DHR has been. I mean, it's been in my family for years. I mean, my dad was a part of DHR. So for DHR to come on board and assist us and help us grow, it's just so heartwarming.
Yep.
I think it's awesome, and I'm beyond ecstatic to see where this goes with them.
Well,
Um,
I can't say any more about it either. Like I'm super stoked. I know your pops used to, he was one of the kind of
the investors,
the
yeah.
yeah, he was one of the founding kind of board members and the founding, so to speak, quote unquote,
Well, he was
father.
part of the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like part of the first
Founding
group of
fathers.
doctors.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. So that's exciting stuff to kind of all come back full circle, and um I'm super stoked about it.
Yeah, me too. It's going to be great. And we also have one more thing to share with you guys.
Man, my
Um,
heart can't take it. I'm stressing out too
I
much.
know,
This
man.
is
I feel
crazy.
good. We're giving away backpacks. We're talking about new event, man. This is a good episode. We need to do this
Yeah.
again. So Mental Health Awareness Month will be coming up several months from now. We are going to be back in the Rio Grande Valley and hosting a mental health awareness event. Sorry.
And that's in what
with our
month?
partners.
That's in what, November, Chris?
May. It's in May.
It's in May. Okay.
Yes, sir. May. So it'll be fun. It's kind of a ways from now, but we're going to be doing an in-person event. There's going to be a lot going on. We'll share more details sooner it gets closer, but we're going to be doing silent auctions, giveaways. There'll be food. It's just going to be a good time. We're all going to get together and enjoy ourselves.
I cannot wait. That's going to be, I can't see, I mean, I can envision it, but I can't wait to see it come to fruition. The collaboration between MindSplit and DHR, and, how DHR has grown since 1996 in its infancy to where it's at now. It used to be just an outpatient kind of facility.
Yeah.
You go in the morning, get surgery, and you're out by the afternoon, to where it is now, and the people that it's servicing and helping. I'm just super excited to see the growth, what we can do when we have the power of DHR behind our little project. It's exciting stuff.
Absolutely. Aligning ourselves with DHR has been a blessing, and
Yep.
we're excited to see where it goes. Matt, and I just wanted to also say this. You kind of just mentioned that where DHR was in its infancy stages and to where it's at now. Do you remember when it first opened up, that little building it was on McCall, right on the corner of McCall?
Yeah,
That building's
Dove and-
still there.
Dove
It's a
and
lot
McCall.
bigger.
Yeah, Dove and McCall. Yeah,
Yep.
I remember.
And now they have just facilities everywhere. It's awesome.
Yeah, it was on the northwest corner of Dove and McCall. I won't forget that. Yeah.
Yeah, right next to one of my pop's office. Yep.
Yep. And they had that what is that? Rio Bank on the opposite
Texas
corner.
Rio Bank, and now it's a Lone Star Bank.
Yeah.
Oh no, the Lone Star Bank's on the opposite corner of what Texas Rio used to be.
Yeah. And now there's that Women's Health Center on the northeast corner. I mean, I just it's insane. It's insane. It's insane.
I can only hope we grow as much as they did.
I think we will, with that power and with that collaboration and the trust they have in us. We have no room. I mean, we have no other way to go but up. And that's what's exciting. So we gave away 3 backpacks. We announced 2 events coming up. One's coming up in October. One is already announced, but it's coming up in May. Guys, we've got so many great things going on, and we just want to, take this episode to say thank you to the loyal fans that have been with us from the start, that have trusted us. And so thank you. And we guarantee you, we stress about not letting you down, so,
yes.
Thank you again, and we'll see you next week, guys. I mean, we're gonna bring back with the guest. We've got the roundtable coming up in a couple of weeks. We've got some really great stuff going on.
Yes, I'm excited for the next couple episodes. It's going to be great. Just as Matt said, we really appreciate you guys tuning in and listening, engaging, sending us questions via email to get answered. Next time that we have an episode similar to this, Matt and I will be answering questions that were emailed to us on our articles or past episodes as well. So keep an eye out for that. If you guys ever have any questions on what a clinician has said, feel free to email us and we'll get that question answered specifically.
What's that email, Chris?
The email is info@mindsplit.org.
Okay, there you go. He said it there. info@mindsplit.org. You can email him your questions, maybe show ideas.
Yeah, if you guys have an episode or an idea or a topic that you guys want, send that in too. Matt and I will do our best to curate an episode to that topic.
Let's do it. All right, guys. Till next week. We'll see you soon. I'm signing off. Take care, guys.
Good night.
Like, we weren't supposed to come up with something this clean. Like, something happened